I'm Bea.
And I'm Sam.
And we're two best friends who like to talk shit about smut, wingspan,
and sometimes books.
Join us every Wednesday for a new episode. I'm Bea.
And I'm Sam.
And we're two best friends who like to talk shit about smut, wingspan,
and sometimes books.
And welcome to our Author Spotlight, where twice a month we like to sit down to talk about our favourite books.
Completely spoiler-free and the perfect way to top up the TBR. Welcome back, Smutterflies.
Happy end of July. I can't believe it's come round so quickly.
Happy end of July. I know. I think I said to you probably like a week ago now. I was like, oh, when's my Author Spotlight? Because I felt like I had so much time. And you were like, next week. I was like, oh.
Literally. I know. We were
okay.
like, ooh. And like you're away again, right? Like next week.
Yeah. I go Thursday night, Friday morning.
Yeah, so we had to shift our bum.
Busy girly, what can I say?
You are busy.
I am.
Lol, and there's me. No plans.
And then we go away when I come back.
We are, yes. We go at the end of August.
Can't wait.
Which will be lovely.
It will. Shall we get into it?
Yes.
Okay, so this month I have read A Destined Journey by Sara Shafiei. So, a bit about the author. Writer of the Destined series, Sara Shafiei is a proud Persian-Canadian born and raised in Montreal. Having graduated from a master's in marketing, her true passion lies in anything creative. She grew up writing and telling stories, but it was at the age of 15 that she realised she wanted to be a published writer. Ever since, Sara has been preparing for the day she would finally get her book out into the world. Her goal is to write the most magical of books for the hopeless romantics. You can often catch her watching cartoons, listening to Taylor Swift, or drawing. If she's not writing, reading, or creating content, she also loves to spend time with friends by grabbing a bite or going shopping.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a really cute author profile.
That is. Love it.
So, A Destined Journey. Let's get into the blurb. Please note that this is book one of a fantasy romance series. A kingdom with no ruler, its magical veil of protection weakening, and an enemy poised to invade. Found in the woods and raised by her adoptive uncle, Aurelia has been content living a peaceful life in a small village. She dreams of nothing more than following her uncle's footsteps as a healer, but fate has other plans. When an unexpected incident causes Aurelia to unleash magic she was never aware of, her entire world is shifted. As a dark power roams closer, she is forced to embark on a perilous adventure with Caleb, a green-eyed warrior who comes crashing into her life, confusing her heart in the process. Together, they're in a race to reach the lost city of Astria. Hidden from the rest of the world by centuries-old magic, it is the one place Aurelia and her companions will be safe. With the future of the entire land of fairies in jeopardy, Aurelia must decide if she is willing to let go of the past and embrace her destiny.
Ooh.
Yes. So, A Destined Journey is a KU girly. Snaps for KU. It is £14.21 to buy in paperback. That is British pound sterling from the Zon. And if you don't have Kindle Unlimited but you would like to purchase it, it is £4.73. So it is going to be a series. We do have a title for book 2, which is A Destined Pursuit. but no release date. I checked Sarah's Instagram today, and it looks like she's getting to the end of her draft of book 2. So I'm hoping we will get some news about a release date for book 2 soon. And I couldn't find anything on how many books this series is going to be. I meant to reach out to Sarah before this, but I forgot. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So, A Destined Journey starts with a prologue. Now, you know I love a prologue. So it starts with a prologue, which is Aeson, who is a healer, and he's traveling through the forest to find a special flower that only blooms for like a short time, but it has like immense healing properties, and he is a healer, so he's going out to like forage the best like flowers and herbs and things for healing. And on his way through the forest, he watches a shooting star, but it looks like it almost like lands in the forest rather than burning out in the sky. So he follows the trail to where the star landed, and he finds a newborn baby girl like held inside a golden globe, and like he goes to touch it and the globe disappears. And he picks her up and he's like, okay, she's Fae because she's got pointed ears. And she opens her eyes and looks up at him, and he's like, I have never seen eyes like this before. They're like pink and purple and gold, and he describes them as looking like a galaxy. So he carries her back to the village and he takes her to his best friend, who is like a healer specifically for children. And she's like, well, she's perfectly healthy, like there's nothing wrong with her. However she ended up in the forest, it hasn't like impacted her. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna raise her. And she's like, you can't, you know nothing about having children. And he's like, no, I'm gonna say I'm her uncle and I'm gonna raise her. And he names her Aurela, and he calls her his little Rarely.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's so sweet. But like, even from the prologue, I was like, okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, that's super interesting.
So fast forward to chapter 1. It's 126 years later. Aurela is following in her uncle's footsteps, working alongside him as a healer. In this fairy land, fairies live for like, you know, stupid amount of time. Like, she's 126, but that is classed as like 21, so she's just become an adult. So like her uncle Aeson is like, I don't know, 600 maybe, I'm not sure, but like,
and he's Fae.
Yeah, and he's Fae, but and he's like, I don't know, probably like our parents' age. He's not an old man. So like that's how the sort of time works. So she works alongside him as a healer. She goes out and does like home visits and like helps collect things in the forest, like the different flowers and herbs, and helps him restock all his medicines and so on. So they go for a walk at night through the forest, and she feels like this pull towards the river, but it's pitch black, she can't see anything, but she puts her hand in the river and she pulls out a gem, and it's like the same color as her eyes, like pinks and purples, and she feels sort of like a buzz when she picks it up, like it like sort of zaps through her body, and her uncle's like, I've never seen anything like that before. So she's carrying it around everywhere, and then he fashions it into like a necklace for her to wear. He puts it on like twine, and then she's wearing it around her neck. It's really sweet. So the kingdom that they live in is called Elavia, I want to say is how you say it, but the king died, and instead of like trying to find a new king, all the towns nominated a lord instead because the king had no heirs. But before the king died, he constructed like a veil around the kingdom to stop attacks from a neighbouring kingdom called Zoran. But since his death, that it started to like break down and gaps are forming in the veil. So like there's a sense of like threat to the kingdom through these gaps in the veil. So one day when Aurela is out collecting plants in the forest for healing properties. She can hear a woman screaming, so she like runs to try and find where the source of the screaming is coming from, and she finds the Lord's daughter at the bottom of a hill. So she obviously runs down to try and help her. She's got no pulse, no heartbeat, so goners. So Aurela's like, I've got a tiny bit of healing magic. I can try and like heal the wound or like whatever has caused this. And she's trying to help her, thinking it's going to fail. Like, obviously, she's dead, so I can't do anything. But somehow she manages to bring her back. So she's like, what the fuck? So the Lord's daughter says, I was thrown off my horse. It got spooked by a shadow in the forest. And when she's walking her back to the Lord's house, she can see like a shadow watching her. And she's like, do they know what I've done now? Like by bringing somebody back, is there going to be consequences? So fast forward to that night when she's gone to bed. She has a dream where she's like in a different landscape and it's all like clouds of pinks and purples, and she can hear loads of voices telling her that she was meant for more. And then they start panicking, and they're like, they're coming, it's too late. And she's like, fuck. So she wakes up and she can hear like crashing and banging downstairs, and then this like dark hooded man crashes into her bedroom. And she's like, okay, I think they're here for me. And they say, like, we need to take you to him. And she's like, who is him? More of them are downstairs and they're fighting her uncle. And her uncle pushes her out the door and says, run while I fight them, and like locks her out of the house. So she's outside, like she's in her little nightgown. She's like, what the fuck? So she's got a best friend who's like referenced throughout the beginning of this book, and he's training to be a warrior. So she runs to him. She's like, he'll help me. When she's running through the town or like the little village that they live in to try and find her best friend, she realizes that the whole village is on fire. Like these people in dark hoods are everywhere. And that is where I'll stop.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. It's going to be one of those, is it?
Yeah, I'll try my best to answer your questions without giving any spoilers.
Okay. So what was your favourite part of the book?
So I don't know if I've ever told you this, but like I'm obsessed with stars. When I was little, in the summer, like if it was clear night, my dad would pull up loungers on the back patio. We'd lay with a blanket over us, looking at the stars, like pointing out constellations, looking for shooting stars. And this book, like, is heavily centered around stars. Like the stars give you your powers. When you die, your soul goes into the stars. So I loved that aspect of like the stars being like so involved, and there's so much description about the night sky and the stars, and like I don't know, it just took me back to childhood, like looking at the stars with my dad. So like I loved the fact that there was so much emphasis on the stars.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
I know, I am cute.
Did you race to the end, or was it more of a slow burn?
I raced to the end, I'm sorry.
Shocker.
I don't think I've ever slow burned a book.
I think there's only been literally like maybe one or two, I think, and that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy them. It's just the pace, like different pacing. But same. I think there's been like two that I haven't raced to the end. Which scene has stuck with you the most?
If Sara is listening, she will know what I'm talking about. I've got two. One is, how can I get so attached to so many characters, and Sara's got the big balls to just axe them. Multiple.
No way.
Multiple.
Fuck. I
have never been so sad reading a book. Like I was so into it, but I was like, another one? Like, oh my God.
Shit.
Yeah. And then at 80%, there is a betrayal that I did not see coming. I would not have called it. I was gasping. I was literally like, no, 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 can't be. Oh my God. Like, one of those betrayals. It was so, so good.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, okay. Would you want to read another book by this author? Stupid question.
Yes. I need the release date for book 2 because I have to know what comes next. Like, the way it ended, I'm like, okay, I need more.
What surprised you the most about this book?
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hey guys, we're just taking a short break to talk to you about our new podcast sponsor, Lit Lines.
Ever wish your wardrobe matched your bookshelf? Then you need to check out Lit Lines. They are a bookish clothing brand made for readers who wear their hearts and favourite quotes on their sleeves.
Lit Lines designs cosy, clever and gorgeous apparel inspired by our favourite romantasy reads like ACOTAR and Throne of Glass.
So if you're ready to dress like the main character, head over to www.litlines.com.au. What surprised me the most? I mean, like I said, that betrayal I just didn't see coming. And I suppose, like, not surprised me, but I loved it that, like, she has to, like, learn how to look after herself because, like, she's a healer, which obviously, like, they're trying to help people and heal people. Like, she doesn't want to kill people or hurt people, but clearly they're under attack. And, like, watching her then, like, character growth through, like, training with her magic that she didn't know she had. Like, that was a refreshing surprise. Like, I loved that about her.
Okay. How does the book's title work in relation to the book's contents?
Rayla is on a journey that might be destined.
Oh, vague. Okay. And does this book remind you of any other books?
You skipped a question.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, because I had an
skip?
answer ready. How did your opinion change as you read the book?
How did your opinion of the book change as you read it? My bad. Hee.
So, from the prologue, I was like, okay, I know what this is going to be. It's going to be Aeson and Arela, and they're going to be, like, trying to find out where she came from, like, who her parents are. Like, it's going to be, like, a found family, like, loving, like, really cute story, and that's what it's going to be. And then the whole fucking village was on fire. And I was like...
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I got this wrong because I didn't read the blurb. I tried to go into these like completely not knowing anything. So I was like, oh, so we're not going to go on a nice journey together and find out where she came from. And okay, cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And did this book remind you of any other books?
Yes. It gave me Dawn of Onyx vibes by Kate Golden.
Oh, nice. One of our favourites.
It gave me Spark of the Everflame by Pen Cole.
Okay, big guns.
Big swingers.
So I was looking at a bookcase for anyone who doesn't have the visuals for this. She's just trying to see if anything like sparks a
bit of Harper L. Woods, What Lies Beyond the Veil.
Well, I thought this when you were describing the veil, but I was like, that could be the only similarity, you know. But yeah. Fae and veils, you know, pretty good shout.
I don't want to give any spoilers.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting.
I'll leave it at that because
That's interesting.
Also, one thing I loved about this that I didn't say in the, like, what was your favourite part, is some warriors are gifted, like weapons from the gods.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, say they, like, pull out their sword from their scabbard, there'll be, like, something engraved. So, for example, there's a warrior, and in his sword is an engraved wolf. But then he can send the wolf out of his sword and it'll fight alongside him.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then he can, like, call it back in. And there's, like, one who's got an owl, and the owl can, like, listen to other things that are going on and come back and sort of report back to him. So the way that they incorporate animals into the magic is really, really cool. I'm trying not to give any spoilers and say too much.
Okay.
And there was something else. Oh, the types of magic. So the gods, there's different gods who bless you with different types of magic. So there's a god who can give you, like, elemental magic. So there's Fae who can, like, use wind, call lightning and things like that. Obviously we've got the healing magic. It does say, like, in the notes at the end that she hasn't introduced us to all the gods in book 1. So I don't know what, like, else is coming, but we've definitely seen elemental magic in this book. We've seen healing magic in this book, and, like, there's, like, a god who is known as, like, the god of, like, wit or cunning. So people have, like, more intuition and sort of know, like, what to do to get out of a situation, or have, like, more, like, quick thinking than other people, if that makes sense. So yeah, the magic is really interesting. The god system is really interesting. I'm really excited to get into book 2, especially because I read at the end that she has introduced us to all the gods. I'm like, okay, I'm excited to see what else there could be.
Yeah. Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, this was honestly, like, I was enjoying all the way through. From prologue, I was locked in. But that betrayal at 80%, like, I was literally, like, reading at, like, a speed I didn't know I could read at, because I was like, I have to know if this gets resolved. Like, is it all a misunderstanding? But yeah. And tension, yearning, burning. I hope it pays off in book 2, because there's no spice in this. And if there's no spice in book 2, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Like, the tension between characters and, like, the sizzling. I'm like, is it going to go somewhere? Because I want it to. But we'll see.
Oh, I can't wait to read this. That sounds so exciting.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Really, really good. Can't recommend it highly enough. And if anybody's read it, please reach out to me.
Yeah.
Were you as shocked at the same things that I'm shocked at? Did you pick up on things maybe that I haven't? Please let me know. And yeah, I'll report back when I get a release date on book 2.
That's so exciting.
And on how many books are going to be in the series. Sorry, I should have found that out before we recorded. But I will find out, and I will post it in the Discord.
Everyone.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, well, another author spotlight done. How exciting.
And we're back next week, because obviously next week is going to be the first Monday of the month.
Yes.
And it's with you.
It is my choice. Yes, I'm currently reading it now. I'm not going to say anything.
Which book is it?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to quickly look on my Kindle. Sorry, I don't know off the top of my head. It's Winter something. Hold on. Winter's Fate by Amelia MacLeod.
Ooh.
And I have to say, like, I'm not too far in. I'm about like 20-30% in, but the first chapter is like, what a setup, like, what a premise to start a book. Yeah, really really interesting.
So excited. The only thing about doing these author spotlights is my TBR is like,
I know,
just like piling up. And
I've got, well, every single book that you read that I don't, and probably vice versa, is on my TBR. But one of the ones that, like, you keep saying about is Laura Carter's Secrets of the Dead, and I know I need to read it. It's right up the top of my TBR. I need to shift because there's 3 books out and I need to shift.
I'm sure she was releasing the 4th cover this weekend.
Yeah, it's soon. I know because the title's out, right? But I know it's soon. I don't know if it was this weekend, but yeah, how exciting!
Oh, I need to check in on that.
And as ever, like, even if it's not this book necessarily, if you've read any of the books from our author spotlights, let us know, message us, DM us, tell us on Discord. We want to know. We want to know that these episodes are, like, do they do what they're supposed to do? Yeah. You know, please tell us.
Yeah, we have a Discord channel dedicated to author spotlights, individual for each author spotlight, so you can literally go into the one that you've read and talk about it. We can chat and give our theories for the next book or whatever it may be. But yeah, if you've read any, drop us a message or join our Discord and talk to us there.
And we'll be back this Wednesday coming with our main channel Onyx Storm episode. Yay!
Finally, because I read it in January.
Finally. We finally did it. Are we done?
I think so.
Yay!
Lovely.
Thanks so much for listening.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at A Pod of Smut and Wingspan.
See you next week.
Bye.
What?